Hello viewers, welcome again. This is Dr. Sumit Bakshi. This video is second part of identification of variables, which includes intervening variables, extraneous variables, and confounding variables. If you want to learn about independent variable and dependent variable, please watch its part 1. So let's learn this through an example. Example of research problem here is to study the effect of junk food on weight gain. Here independent variable is junk food and dependent variable is weight gain. For details you can watch my other video, variables in research. Here researcher wants to study the effect of junk food on weight gain. That means to increase the validity of the study or to measure the effect of independent variable on dependent variable accurately, researcher needs to control all the other variables which affect the dependent variable, which can lead to weight gain. So what are all other factors which can affect dependent variables? That is calories intake, lack of exercise, sleeping pattern, stress, gender, age, weight before starting the experiment, and the quantity of food which an individual take in a day or in a meal. So these all are factors which can affect the dependent variable, or these factors may lead to weight gain. Let's discuss one by one. First is intervening variables. Variables which are caused by independent variables and intervene between the relation of independent variable and dependent variable. Mark here is which are caused by independent variables. So instead of junk food leads to weight gain, there may be some other variable which is caused by junk food and leads to weight gain. That variable is called intervening variable. Now see, from all the above factors, which is intervening variable? Independent variable leads to intervening variable, and then intervening variable leads to dependent variable. So that means junk food leads to some factors and those factors leads to weight gain. Those factors will be called as intervening variables. We will discuss all these factors one by one. First is calories intake. So in this case, rather than weight gain is caused by junk food, it is calories intake due to junk food which may be far higher than recommended calories for an individual, which leads to weight gain. So calories intake will become here as intervening variables. Simply junk food directly will not lead to weight gain. Junk food will lead to calories intake, and calories intake again will lead to weight gain. So calories intake here is a intervening variable. Next is lack of exercise. But this is not caused by junk food. Again, sleeping pattern is not caused by junk food. Stress again is not caused by junk food. Gender, age, or weight before starting the experiment, or quantity of food obviously will not link to junk food. Even though a person eat more food, quantity of food he increases in his one meal or a day, he can lead to weight gain. It is not necessary that food is junk or any type of food. So these all the other factors are not caused by junk food. So these are not intervening variables here. Here only one intervening variable is calories intake. So all these factors or variables are called extraneous variables. All variables other than independent variable that may affect dependent variable are called extraneous variables. These are lack of exercise, sleeping pattern, stress, gender, age, weight before experiment, quantity of food. These all are extraneous variables. Now move to confounding variables. To study the effect of independent variable on dependent variable, researcher needs to control all these extraneous variables. But there can be few variables which researcher is unable to control. That variable is called confounding variable. These are extraneous variables. Now let's see one by one how researcher can control these variables. First is lack of exercise. Researcher can control this variable by making a proper schedule for students or for number of people in his sample. He can make the proper schedule for sleeping pattern also by fixing the time of sleep and wake up time. Again, researcher can control the gender as variable by making gender as covariate, or he can take either females in his study or males in his study. Next is age. Researcher can control age as variable by taking a sample of people of same age. Again, researcher can control the weight before experiment as variable by taking the sample of similar weight. He can exclude extreme cases in his sample. Again, he can fix the quantity of food intake. Last is stress. So among all these extraneous variables, stress is a variable which researcher cannot control. All the other variables researcher can control and he has to control, but stress is a variable which researcher cannot control. So stress here will work as confounding variable because stress can lead to weight gain along with the junk food. So stress is confounding variable. That's all with today's topic. To sum up, intervening variable is which is caused by independent variable and leads to affect the dependent variable. Extraneous variable is all the variables except independent variable is which affect the dependent variable are called extraneous variables. But researcher has to control all the extraneous variables. Among the extraneous variables, the variable which researcher cannot control, that variable is called confounding variable. Thank you. Like, share, comment my video and subscribe to Dr. Sumit Bakshi. Thank you once again.